Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Ankush Kamboj. This presentation analyzes the Dove Clear Beauties campaign using the integrated marketing communications approach. So I will be looking through these slides shortly and fairly and tell you what's in the campaign. So the campaign was launched in 2004 and it was well with Ogly and Method and positioned Dove as more than a soap brand. So they aim to start a wider conversation about the beauty standards. They aim like the current issues and it shows all the things that are involved in the campaign. So coming to the Dove brand positioning, the campaign functional soap brand to one of the associated with beauty standards and self esteem. So they committed to avoid age-generated women in advertising shows. The campaign is still adapting to current media and social issues. Coming to market problem and strategic opportunity, the campaign was built around research. Dove reported that only 4% of women considered themselves beautiful, although this was a company commissioned figure rather than an independent study. Even so, the research highlighted a clear gap between the two women were represented in advertising and how many women viewed themselves. Coming to the next slide, which is target audience, Dove targeted several connected audience groups. The primary segment was women aged 18 to 45 who were brand's main personal care consumers. And with this, theoretical framework, the analysis uses four main frameworks. IMC is the most important because it focuses on whether Dove kept a consistent message across all of the channels. Applying the frameworks, this table shows how the framework connects to the Dove actual campaign activity. IMC is particularly relevant because Dove maintained a consistent message across of different channels and over a long period of time. Communication objectives. The campaign operated with both commercial and social objectives at the same time. Commercially, Dove wanted to increase brand awareness, improve purchase consolidation, and strengthen market share. And even with this, they did a social campaign as well. The social campaign was to challenge the beauty standards and build celebrated through the partnerships and education programs to create a long-term relationship with the younger audiences. The next part is about media mix and channel strategies. Looking at the media mix, Dove used all the three channel types: paid, owned, and earned media. One of the most important strategy elements was to show how the earned media extended the impact of a paid media. For example, in 2004, Billboard campaign didn't just appear outdoors; it also generated press coverage and public discussion, which helped expand the campaign. Coming to the integrated communication consistency, overall the Dove performs against most IMC criteria, especially in terms of message consistency, tone, visual identity, and channel integration. The more complex issue is the relationship between the self-esteem project. So the campaign timeline and evolution. The timeline shows that the real beauty developed into a long-term brand platform rather than a single campaign. Each stage responded to changes in the media environment from print and outdoor advertising in 2004 to digital and YouTube content in the 2010 and now AI-related concerns in 2024. From an IMC perspective, the important point is that Dove maintained a consistency core message across all these changes. Coming to audience response and public engagement, audience response to the campaign is well documented, especially through media coverage, academic discussion, and industry recognition. I also want to be careful about which figures are independently verified. The self-esteem project reach figure of 100 million comes from the Dove. Results and business outcomes. Looking at the results, I have tried to clearly separate company reported figures from the information that can be independently verified. The sales increase from around 2 billion to 4 billion comes from the Dove and Unilever's own reporting, so it should be treated as company figure rather than an independent financial analysis. And the next slide is about critical evaluation. A strong evaluation also needs to recognize the campaign limitations. One of the biggest criticisms is over Unilever portfolio paradox. Strategic conclusion to conclude, Dove's Real Beauty campaign is a strong example of a long-term integrated marketing communications in practice. The campaign maintained a consistent message across of all different media. And these are the references in the sale and the self-esteem project reach data mainly come from Dove and Unilever ONS reporting. So I have treated those as a company reported figures and distinct them as independently. Thank you.